Well, it looks like we're streaming live on Facebook, and I'm actually not going to go to Facebook to make sure that we are streaming live. So, hey guys, wanted to touch base with everybody. We had a pretty kind of rough last weekend when Friday NowLifestyle crashed. I want to cover that first. Then, why you stick on here, guys? Why you come live on here? I want to share some pretty interesting statistics on online versus offline business for you as well. So let me just, you know what? I'm addicted. I want to make sure we're live. Yeah, looks like we're live. That's awesome. We're good. So let me say hi here. Just saying hi on Facebook. Hey all, hope you guys are doing well. I couldn't even spell that right. Hey all, that's better. So give me lots of love and stuff. So first, I just wanted to, I read in the news, I'm sure many of you read in the news today, and I'm sharing it with it because despite being perceived as a competitor to us, I hate seeing any business go out of business, guys. I hate seeing any business go out of business because I know how hard it is to start a business, run a business, and when you see a business fail, it really hurts. So David Wood on his personal Facebook wall, basically announced that Empower Network is going bankrupt, and kind of got me teary-eyed. You know, it kind of got me teary-eyed because yeah, you hate to see any business fail. I'm going to give my opinion as to why I think it failed and why I will never say any company is immune to ups and downs, hills and valleys, lefts and rights. But I've always said, and I'll base it around NowLifestyle and GVO, right? As an example. Last Friday, by the way, let me go to the rectification first. So in GVO, which is our web hosting company, so NowLifestyle obviously hosts, is being hosted by GVO, right? By our data center and our server room. That just makes perfect sense. And over the past 4 years or so, 3 years, maybe less, I don't know, we started, actually, let me go back even a little further. When we first moved to Texas, which was June 14th, 2007, Dell up in Austin told us that the latest and greatest thing we need to do is we need to go into virtualization in the cloud. And back then we went with VMware and it was horrible. It was the worst experience ever. When we started transferring all our domains from Canada to the United States, things just catastrophically were failing. Those of you who've been clients that long, you remember the long nights and days and being offline and all that kind of stuff. So went away from it completely. Then I'd say more like 2 years ago. Then 2 years ago, we were approached by OnApp. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about OnApp. I think that cloud technology works in some environments and it doesn't in others. We were approached by them and my hand was like, nope, I don't even want to look at the cloud. I don't want to touch the cloud. I don't even want to talk to you about virtualization and cloud hosting. But they convinced me that the technology since 2007 up until, I guess, 2015 or 16 or so had radically improved. So GVO invested in cloud technology, and we've been doing, if you go to gvo.com right now, you'll see we have cloud dedicated servers, cloud hosting, all that kind of stuff. And in theory, it's a wonderful model. Okay, it's like your website lives in multiple places, and because it lives in so many multiple places, the chances of failure or slowdowns or issues with your website are virtually nil. What I found that to be, in theory, it's great. In practice, it doesn't seem to be so great. And here's why. A lot of, most of our people that host websites with us, their website is their full-time income, right? So they're highly transactional. Now, I don't mean transactional by money. Yes, a lot of people make a lot of money, but they're usually database driven, okay? And any website that's database driven, when you have bits of your database here and there and everywhere else and nodes here and there and everywhere else, what I found is it creates instability because you get lag times. You get lag times on, what would cause a query? Well, visiting your affiliate URL, it drops a cookie. So there's, literally hundreds of thousands of queries to our database probably every minute. And because you have your website in multiple places, you know what I mean, type of thing, it tends to create a lag, and those lags create instability, and then eventually things crash. And that's why NLS was in the cloud, and as we grow, and we're growing now, we're growing phenomenally well. Like, don't get me wrong here, folks. I'm here to educate you. Things are going massively well, okay? So anyway, after last Friday's crash, I said, that's it. I've had enough. We've had 5 or 6 crashes that have lasted an hour or more over the past 3 or 4, 3 months, let's say, and I just went off the cloud. So we totally got off the cloud. Okay. And then what we discovered is the way that our network is set up because of the cloud and a few other things. Like when you build a data center network, you want certain things to have access to certain things and some things not to have access to certain things because of security, right? We're PCI compliant. So on the PCI compliant side, we have to have our credit cards in a highly secure area relative to a web node, right? You want anywhere you're storing credit cards, you have to have PCI compliance and security, or they're not going to give you a merchant account, right? So we moved off the cloud very quickly because I was just honestly pissed off and fed up, right? I'm like, I'm not doing this again. And in moving off, what happened was we found out that a certain portion of our network was blocked because of the credit card side of things. And that's why you couldn't get into the help desk. And that's why you couldn't get into the CPA side of things. Okay. So we're like, oh boy, now what do we do? So part of it is still on the cloud. Okay. So our help desk, in a little bit, we had to move back to the cloud so that you could have access to the help desk and have access to the CPA stuff. But the point I want to make, and why I believe we've been around for a long time, and even though NowLifestyle is new, it will be around for a long time. NowLifestyle, relative to the people using the autoresponder and the other services in there, like the lead capture system, is very small in comparison to the amount of people that are using our autoresponder at GVO, right? We're sending 40, 50, 60, 70 million emails a day using our autoresponder. Think about that. I want you to focus on this because this is why we're going to be around forever. And this is why you want to invest with us, and this is why you want to work with us. Think about that just for a second, okay? And it'll come back full story to my crash last Friday. 50, 60, 70 million emails a day are going out of our data center using our autoresponder tool, okay? What does that tell you? That's a crap load. Hundreds of thousands of people using our autoresponder. Let me say that again. Hundreds of thousands of people using our autoresponder. Not hoping to make money from our autoresponder, using our autoresponder. That is a customer. And why are those customers so important? Because you need customers who are using your tools and they don't care if they are making money. They're paying for a service, they want that service, and provided that you treat them well and you stay up with the technology and you're competitive in the marketplace, those people stay around a lifetime. The same thing goes with our hosting, right? We host millions of domains in our data center. And so coming back to the full crash, the full circle, okay? The minute that we crashed, people got upset because they wanted to send their emails. They wanted to get their emails out. They wanted to use the autoresponder. And they weren't necessarily using the autoresponder to promote GVO or NowLifestyle. They're using the autoresponder to promote their restaurant business. They're using the autoresponder to promote other affiliate tools on the internet. That's the key, folks. They're using the autoresponder, okay? They're using the lead capture system. They're generating leads, and by generating leads and getting those leads to know, like, and trust them, they're true customers. I want to why in the text chat, folks. I'm going to say that. Does that make sense? You have to have customers, guys. Give me some love. Give me something. I want your feedback. I'm actually looking on the fan page right now. Doesn't that make sense, guys? You have to have customers that utilize your products and services. And I can tell you this, absolutely, the minute a server fails in our server room, okay, within a minute of a server failing in our server room, and it happens in all technology, our phone starts ringing off the hook. Now, they're not calling about their affiliate commissions. They're not calling to find out more about how to make money online. They're pissed off customers who are going, hey, my website's down or I can't send email. And that is the true longevity of what we're doing. And coming back to what I mentioned at the start, folks, and it's okay, I never talk about competitors badly. I mentioned at the start of this recording that I was shocked, and I was actually heartfelt, because it's hard to start a business, it's hard to run a business, that David Wood announced that Empower Network is actually going bankrupt. And that's the difference. I feel that because we have true customers is what's going to pay your affiliate commissions, not other distributors coming in to make money, because you have to. If you have any type of matrix structure like this, at the bottom, you have to have customers. Why? If you have just affiliates looking to make money, but they can't find other people to make money off of, then the attrition occurs. And that's exactly what happened at a power network. Now, he talked about drug addiction and ADD addiction and other addictions and what went wrong in the company and stuff like that, and the attrition, all that kind of stuff. But truly, you have to have customers in a company. When you look at other successful network marketing companies, look at Amway. Their Neutralite line is an absolutely fantastic supplement line. When you look at Herbalife, I hear a lot of people saying great stuff about the products or services, okay? So the point I'm trying to make anyway, when we crashed last Friday, we had a lot of raw and upset customers using the autoresponder already. So that's good news in a sense that they're like, hey, I just want the product. I want to use the product. Yes, I'm sort of promoting NowLifestyle on the side, but I'm upset because I wanted to get my newsletter out. I can't get my newsletter out. And that's what creates the problem, right? So that's sort of my update. I've made a corporate decision to GVO customers as well. Over the next 3 months, I'm absolutely pulling everybody out of the cloud. I've had enough of the cloud. We've set it up time and time again. Now, where I think the cloud is very good, and this is only, I'm not the most technical person on the planet. Let me tell you that first. But my personal perception of cloud hosting is it's very good for storage. It's very good for video storage. It's very good for document storage. It's very good for low transactional websites that aren't driven by databases and queries back and forth, left and right all the time. So I think it's great technology, but I think it has its place in the marketplace. Most of our customers have websites that are database driven, and because of that, it does create instability. And the amount of instability is directly proportional to obviously how popular your website is, right? So we're going to be pulling people back out of the cloud. I've been investing a lot of money in some new hardware, and we're just going to go back to how GVO is actually run. GVO is not in the cloud, but we have a lot of redundancy. So GVO itself runs off of about, don't get me exactly right, but about 8 to 10 to 12 larger servers now. And if one of those servers fails, nothing happens, right? So we've got lots and lots of redundancy built into the system without putting it into the cloud. So, and also same with the database side. The database is uber redundant, and that's why you haven't seen Go GVO go down in a long time. So that's that part. Let me just see if there's any questions here. Nice to see you guys. Just a lot of hellos. That's cool. That's awesome. Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. So now to the newbies are here for the first time, I want to do a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation here for you. We'll talk to you a little bit about why you want to work with us. I already mentioned that you have to have products that people are used to using. An autoresponder is a product that people are used to using. And our supplement line, by the way, those of you who are coming to Cabo, baby, and there's lots on this call coming to Cabo, I will be bringing our nutritional supplement line to Cabo for final taste test, let's say, maybe a focus group as well on what we can do to change the label. And then of course, either later August or early September, we will have the supplement line out to the general public. But those of you who are coming to Cabo are going to be able to use, taste, and try the supplement line products. So the products themselves is what's going to create the longevity of NowLifestyle. The SaaS products, software as a service products, like the autoresponder. Many people have asked me to include our conference software in there. I may indeed do that in the future. So, because our conference software has been rock solid income source for GVO for years now under Meet Cheap and My Own Meeting. So we may do that as well in the future. I don't know about that, but right now the autoresponder, the on-demand workout videos, very, very good point there. A lot of people have said, hey, Joel, if they buy the Now Body, what's going to keep people around the next year once they've really learned the concept of 7-minute workout, positive momentary muscular failure, once they learn the nutrition and stuff like that? One part is culture, okay? The main reason people join network marketing is leadership, recognition, opportunity, and product. Those are the 4 core, but the top is leadership. So when they find themselves, that will keep people around for a lifetime. But those who are customers, you're absolutely right. Some might leave after the first year based on the on-demand workouts, but they won't leave because the supplement line that we're putting out there is going to be extremely effective. Okay, so that will keep people around and customers around using nutritional products. I'm very, very aware and very savvy of why we need to have a true product line. Okay, so the autoresponder, the supplement line, that will keep people around for a long time, and just culture in general. You know, there's amazing people here, amazing leadership in our group, and all that kind of stuff. So let me now go into a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation. I got to find it here. There's my presentation now. And again, being brutally honest, why am I using Zoom versus our own conference software? I love some of these live features that are in here. And of course, our next version of the conference software. Let me talk about that just for a second, since it's about updates about everything. We are just like this close to finishing our HTML5 version of our conference software, which has live video broadcast streaming, just like you're seeing now using Zoom in our conference software. Flash, we know, is dead technology, and that's why we've switched from Flash to HTML5 with our conference software. So the new conference software is just absolutely sweet. You guys are going to love it, okay? So that's why I'm using Zoom, is I love the feature of this live broadcast, and then also being able to share my desktop with you guys. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I want to share this right here. There we go. And view. So, you know, I want to talk to people about a couple things. A lot of people who are coming in through the guaranteed paid signups, okay, some of you might be watching right now, are a little bit confused on what it costs, what it takes to make money with NowLifestyle. But let me just come back to here for a sec. I want to make sure that this is actually streaming. Okay, you're going to get an echo for a second, guys. Oh, I don't need to. With NowLifestyle, but let me just come back. Okay, there we go. So we know we're live. Okay, so let me come back to the presentation here. Pay from the start. So a lot of people are coming in through the guaranteed paid signups. They paid their $49.95 per year reseller fee, and they're kind of confused as to what it's going to take financially to start a business. And if anything, folks, this portion I'm going to put as a tool that you can use for people to manage their expectations when starting with NowLifestyle. Okay, so I want to compare now, and I've done this many times, but I actually put it in a slideshow because, you know, the visual component is very important. Compare NowLifestyle to offline business, and what are the realistic budget costs to starting any business, right? So I've mentioned this many times. If you decide that you don't want to work your job anymore and you feel comfortable starting a lawn care business because it's pretty easy to cut grass and pull weeds, well, you're going to need a decent lawn mower, $300, right? Or a decent lawn tractor. And tractors can be $2,000 or more, right? It depends how serious you're going to be. If you're going to be cutting acres and acres and acres and having larger contracts, you're going to need a good tractor, right? You're going to need a monthly advertising budget to find clients. Now, you can go door to door to door and hand out business cards, but that's pretty hard to do. That's time intensive, right? So why would you spend money in advertising? Well, you have to ask yourself, what is your own time worth? You could spend 4 or 5 hours a day knocking on doors, handing out business cards, trying to get lawn care business, or you could spend $500 a month minimum creating flyers and having your local post office or doing Facebook ads locally or whatever to let people know about your new lawn care business. Now, your maximum reach from where your office is, whether your office is at home or whatever, is going to be 20 to 25 miles, right? Unless you get a contract where you're cutting 50 acres of grass, you're not going to drive more than 20 to 25 miles to try to cut grass. So your maximum potential client base is a 20 to 25 mile radius from the nucleus of where your business is, whether it's at home or at a shop, you know? So you need to find and deal with customers who are not happy. So if someone didn't pull weeds right or whatever, you're going to have to deal with those people. And so your minimum investment in the first year truly, honestly, is $5,000 to $7,000, $300 to $2,000 for your tractor, you know, $5,000 the first year in advertising. So you're looking at $5,000 to $7,000 just to start a lawn care business. And no disrespect to anybody, I've never seen people make millions and millions of dollars in their pocket doing lawn care. Can you make a good living? Sure, but it's hard work. Any business is hard work, right? So let's move on. Bigger ones, starting a restaurant. Minimum investment, if you're gonna, if you're gonna rent out a location and you're gonna do some renovations to that location, you're looking at anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000. What does that mean? You're either taking out a personal loan or you're getting investors to help you get your restaurant off the ground. Now, as a restaurant owner, you better be damn sure you know a hell of a lot about the restaurant industry, how to service people. You better have some of the best chefs in the world cooking in your kitchen, so on and so forth. Now, your monthly advertising is going to be at least $2,000 a month. That's very conservative. I've seen restaurants spend $10,000 to $15,000 per month on advertising of the restaurant. Same thing, maximum reach. People, unless you have the most exceptional name in the industry, people are not going to travel more than 20 to 25 miles to go to your restaurant, okay? And you need to find customers and deal with customers, again, who are not happy, right? Not happy with the service, not happy with the food. And, you're going to look at anywhere an investment the first year because you've also got something else big now called overhead. You got to pay your staff, you got to pay your waiters, you got to pay your chefs, you got to pay your concierge, you got to pay for everything. So you're looking at a first year investment minimum $500,000 to $700,000, right? Now, if you're spending this kind of money and you know it's sink or swim, you know that if you don't make this restaurant work, you're probably going to lose your house, you're going to lose your car, you could possibly lose your relationships, your wife and your family due to stress. You're going to work your ass off for those few years. And yet, sadly, folks, statistically, 90% of businesses that start up are out of business within 5 years. It's sad. And the main reason is a lot of people who are passionate about restaurants, passionate about baking, passionate about whatever they're passionate about, they're passionate about what they love to do, but they have no clue on how to advertise and bring people. They try to use the idea that if you build it, they will come. No, if you build it, then you tell them about it, then they'll come. So they may not come if you don't have a strong advertising background or the budget to advertise your business. So when you're starting a business with us, okay, so a lot of people came in as guaranteed paid signups. They paid $49.95. And then depending on their membership level, if they want to just resell the autoresponder and so forth, it's $24.95 per month, upwards to $50 per month, okay? If at the $50 per month, you can resell all our products except for our NowLifestyle University products, but you can still make a substantial amount of money at the $24.95 per month or the $50 per month, again, depending what level you come in at. Monthly advertising to clients, I would recommend that you do your own Facebook free stuff, posting on Facebook, posting in forums, doing all that kind of stuff. But we're going to get more and more and more after our Cabo trip into exactly what I'm doing to get you guaranteed paid signups. Okay, so you'll probably want to spend $100 to $200 a month getting guaranteed paid signups. And what do we mean by that? Well, I do all the advertising, and you can pay for guaranteed paid signups into your downline. We're running that right now. It's running, for something that we just got off the ground, it's running quite well. We're generating anywhere from 30 to 50 paid signups a day, and you can build your downline that way. Now, putting someone in your downline, pretty easy. Keeping them in your downline is your responsibility, okay? So we highly recommend you reach out to those people, you develop a relationship with those people. And I think the hardest part that people have with guaranteed paid signups is it's not cold calling. These people pulled out their credit card and said, yes, I want to hear from my coach, which is you, if you paid for them. I want to hear from my sponsor, and I want to make money from home. So the ones who are seeing duplication and replication, here's what's happened already. So we're on our second round of the guaranteed paid signups. Some of the people who bought in, I don't have a statistical number, but I've got testimonials coming to me. I've got video testimonials coming to me on a daily basis of people who came in through guaranteed paid signups, but then those who came in that way bought their own guaranteed paid signups. So we're starting to see leverage with the advertising. So imagine this. You might say to yourself, well, I could afford $200 a month for maybe 3 or 4 months, and that's all you need to do. Why? Because if you tell your team to do exactly what you're doing, and your team below you starts to spend $200 a month or so on guaranteed paid signups, 1, you're not spending anymore, and 2, you're creating marketing leverage. What if you have 15 people in your downline spending $200 a month to get guaranteed paid signups. Well, that's $3,000 in advertising that you're not paying for, yet it's building your residual income. Think about that for a sec. If you have 15 people invest in the guaranteed paid signups, that's $3,000 of advertising that's building your downline, building your income, but you didn't spend a dime. And that's the importance of why you want to be that coach, that mentor, and that leader. Okay? So the other part too, completely global reach. We have customers in almost 100 countries already. Okay. And again, evidence of that in the Facebook group. It's just, and what I love is so many people on a daily basis are posting their results associated with the 7-minute workout. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 15 pounds. My body's changing. Here's my, my bench press went from 100 pounds to 130 pounds. My skin's tighter. My ass is tighter. My legs look better. I feel better. My energy's higher. I'm stronger. I'm more confident. Those are the things that jazz me up. I don't care about the money. Okay. Money is very important to build a business, but when you see the results, that's what's going to drive the business forward. You don't need to deal with customer support. Right? You need to be a leader. You absolutely do. With your other distributors on your team and resellers, you need to be a leader, but that's it. And that can be very, very fun. Your minimum investment, well, if you come in at the $24.95 and don't spend another penny and you want to do all your advertising on your own, by doing free labor stuff, there's 2 ways to get traffic. Do things on your own and Facebook and forums and all that kind of stuff. Or you can put a budget aside, like I said, and let us do the advertising for you. So if you don't have the money for the ads, don't buy the ads. But you're going to work the business by telling people about it, posting on Facebook, so on and so forth. And then what I believe is the best is a combination of both. Always tell people about it. Give them away. You're giving away free memberships to NowLifestyle. How hard is that? Then the system does the work for you, right? Hey, want to go and learn how to lose weight? You want to learn how to feel better? You want to learn how to eat right? You want the lifestyle that you achieve and you want right now? Go and create a free account. That's it. That's all they have to do. And we've got so many other things that I'll be sharing with people in Cabo that are coming out. Something called the Fiber Challenge is coming. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's going to be so viral. It's unbelievable. Okay. So your minimum investment, $300 to $1,500 a year. Where can you start a global business for $300 to $1,500 a year? Again, depending on the membership level that you're comfortable with. You have zero office overhead. Zero. None. You don't have any employees to pay or worry about. I'll be honest with you, working with, many, many employees, it can be very frustrating and very hard. A lot of people get butt hurt. A lot of people want to vent their frustrations, all that kind of stuff. You can work from anywhere in the world. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. Well, actually, even just your phone and an internet connection. Because we're global, we're in a true $1 trillion marketplace of health and wellness. It's huge. It's massive. And as I said at the start of this, we have real products and real services. Our autoresponder and evidence of that, when we went down on Friday, people were raw and upset because they couldn't get their newsletter out. I kid you not. Daniel Kump was one of them, if he's on this call. And there were many others. Hey, dude, he didn't say, hey, dude, where's my commission check? He said, hey, dude, my email didn't go out. Can you please help me? He wasn't raw like, blah, 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 but he's like, I need to get my newsletter out. And I'm like, I get it. And I love it because that means you're a customer. So let me stop the share. Let me come back to the group here, see what anybody has to say. I'm just looking at the comments, guys. So, in the interest of keeping this quiet and short and not too long, and you being able to use this as a marketing tool, the part that I did, I'm going to cut it out. And again, it's really about when people come in, managing their expectations of what it costs to make money and how long it's going to take them to learn how to make money, right? So with that, I just want to say, love you guys very, very much. Without you, we would not be a company. I look forward. I need to decompress too. I am so jazzed about Cabo. I'm so jazzed to be networking with the leaders at the mansion. I'm so jazzed to be networking with like-minded people who invested in themselves and are coming to the retreat, to the resort itself. What you did, folks, whomever's listening, it's going to change your life. It will absolutely change your life right here. when you start networking with like-minded people rather than people who don't believe, again, one of my favorite quotes, people either lift you up or bring you down. Choose your colleagues wisely, because it's so true. And again, I can only share my experience. I loved my mother to death. She was the worst conservative on the planet. She hated that I started a business. She hated the entrepreneurial mindset. She was always afraid. And it wasn't hate in the sense of hate and anger. It made her worried. It made her stressed. It made her nervous. So I learned that despite my mother being the most loving, wonderful mother on the planet, she was never going to be my business partner. So the point I'm trying to make on that is sometimes you all want validation from the wrong people. When you come to Cabo and you start networking with like-minded people that are actually doing things, trying things, making things happen, and staying positive, that's what's going to change everything for you guys. It's going to change absolutely everything. So with that said, I wanted to keep this short. It's exactly 30 minutes long, folks. Have yourself a wonderful, awesome, amazing day. In summary, we're pulling everything off the cloud. Things are great. Sales are through the roof. The energy and the leadership. Thank you, guys. Your leadership is absolutely amazing. Couldn't do it without you. And I'll see you guys probably again tomorrow. Have an awesome day, guys. Love you all. And enjoy your day. Enjoy your family. And I'll keep updating you every single day. Bye for now.